Aniverse Now Enterprises, an animal health organization, is committed to fostering harmony between animals, nature, and humans. We offer a range of services, from Reiki and therapy to comprehensive education, empowering pet owners and communities to coexist in harmony. Join us in creating a world where animals, nature, and humans thrive together. Visit our website at DaRonShavers.com to discover how you can be part of this transformative journey.
All right, hello everybody, peace and love. Welcome to another Tuesday session. Just gonna give it a few seconds here, give people to come in. Hope everybody's doing great. Everybody's starting off the day right. If you're not sure on how to start the day, then we got you today. All right. Get all the technical stuff together here. All right, just a little bit here. All right. So, welcome everybody. For those that don't know, my name is DaRon Shavers. I am the founder and owner of Aniverse Now Enterprises, which is a company that is focused on the mission of bringing harmony between people and the natural world. We do this through various means. We have therapies. We have the Aniverse Network podcast, which I would advise you to check out. The link in the description. We have nature education. I have a nature education course through my website that's an online, and it actually teaches you ways how to connect with nature, whether you're indoors or if you're outdoors. We got you covered there. I'm also a life coach, all for one-on-one sessions through my website. And this is actually over the course of 4 weeks. We actually work hand in hand on getting you through or finding clarity in your life. All right. I'm also what you call a mind, body, and spiritual therapist. I perform this with people as well as animals, right? So if you notice high anxiety, depressive states, I work specifically with these type of things with people as well as animals. Currently, I offer these virtually. You can find this service on my website, which is, the link is in the description. If you're watching on a few of the platforms, you can actually find it. My name, which is the website, www.DaRonShavers.com. Be sure to check that out. You have the entire list and everything in that regards. As I said, check out the Aniverse Network podcast, which is your one-stop shop for everything nature related. We talk about topics such as animals, trees, plants, insects, news within the field, therapies, as well as much more. All right. Many thanks. So be sure to check that out. And let's get into it. So I want you to think, right? When you have something in mind where you want to get to, whether that's a goal or, to be better out of the situation that you're in currently, a lot of times you can feel kind of scatterbrained when it comes to these things, right? You may not know where to start. You may not know where to actually turn to, right? Because a lot of times we may want to accomplish things that we may have never seen before, right? So it's kind of like trying to forge your own path. Many times you don't know where to start. So with this in mind, we can only take one day at a time, right? So with this mentality, how can you accomplish today to get to where you want to get to? And it may take days, it may take weeks, it may take months, it may take years, right? But the thing is, if you stack one day at a time, then over time, you'll see how far you've come. Even if you haven't got to your goal yet, you can see the distance that you travel. Right. So keeping that in mind, how can we begin to start to stack days in our benefit? Right. So first, I think this: you realize that you're gonna have good days, you're gonna have bad days. It's the way it goes. So how can you stack more good days than bad days? So if it's 7 days in a week, how can you stack 5 good days over 2 days where you might have got distracted or anything, right? Well, what did you do this morning? When you woke up this morning, what activity did you do? Did you get on your phone? Did you hop on social media, see what's going on? Right? Did you meditate? Did you pray? Did you exercise? Did you eat breakfast? What did you do? See, this is kind of like, right, if you have a car, right, you have to start the engine, right, to get it to go. So if you look at how you wake up in the morning, the same way as starting up your car, you develop a different mentality, right? If you know you want to get somewhere, you start up your car, warms up, if you're in the cold weather, and you go on about the day. So the same concept, right, in accomplishing the day. If you wake up in the morning and you know, you don't really have something you're working towards, you're just kind of moping around, right? You're kind of all over the place, right? You're not focused on your goal. You find yourself doing 10 other things rather than the one thing that'll help you get through the day. It's happened. And I think when this happens, it helps you build awareness, right? Oh man, I can't believe I said I've been up for 2 hours, right? I didn't accomplish nothing, right? Many of us has been there. So the thing is to overcome that, at least have one thing that you do in the mornings. So what can you do? So for those that are new, in which I covered this in my workshop, which is Friday, January 26th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Something that we'll learn about is what we call breath work. Breath work allows us to build calmness and clarity within our mind, body, and spirit. All right. So you're watching this now. Let's do this. We're going to take a deep breath in our nose. Breathe in. Breathe out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. That's a simple breath work technique that you can do when you wake up. And we just did 3 rounds. right? Inhale, exhale is 1. So we just did 3 rounds of that. And that took what? Maybe less than 30 seconds. So out of 24 hours in a day, I'm confident that you can find 30 seconds to do a breath work technique. To watch a TV show, majority of them are an hour long. If you watch anime, anime is usually about 20 minutes plus commercials, maybe 25. Commercials about 30 seconds. So while your show's on commercial, some breath work in, right? Something to think about. So when you perform this and you have that clarity of mind, body, and spirit, now you can actually start to focus on what you want to accomplish today. So if you're in school and your goal is to do well on the test, right? And you wake up performing breath work, now you have the clarity. Now you may feel more confident in actually going to study, right? Maybe you want to go to the library. Maybe you want to study with the study group. If you're in the workplace, you wake up, I just want today to go smooth. I don't want any problems, such and such. I know they're going to probably bring whatever they got going on, but, let me just get through the day, get home, it's Friday. All right. This is an actual technique that you can do when you wake up. You can actually do as well in the workplace. If you need to take you 30 seconds or a minute, step away from your desk, know what you're doing. Get yourself back centered. There you go. All right. So that's something to think about. So something that'll really help you out, a book that either audio book or a book, something good to read, what you call the compound effect. Right. And what it talks about is the certain things that you do, how they can pile up, right? And these are good habits or bad habits, right? So if you start off with good habits, right? So you start off with breath work, right? Later on in the day, right? You stack on with that again, right? You may do affirmations, right? You may do your meditations, right? If you're in school, right? You start off with breath work, then you have a good study session, right? Then you have a good homework session, right? Then you may study again later on, right? So this compounding builds upon it. However, it can also work with negative or bad habits. So you got to test. All right, I'm going to study later on today. You missed that goal. All right, well, I'm going to try to get about 10, 15 minutes. You missed that goal. Well, maybe I'll get some reading. You missed that goal. See, just piles up. At the end of the day, you look back, man, I ain't accomplished nothing, man. It's crazy. And I've been there. So with that in mind, it helps you build awareness. Like, okay, next time I see what I did wrong. Now let's make this right in this next day. So if you haven't read that or listened to the audio book, I highly recommend that. It'll help you to open your mind to be more aware in what you're doing. Right? Is this going to help or is it going to break it down? All right. So that's where we are today. How are we waking up and starting our day? How are we turning on the engine to our cars, right? To get through the day, to accomplish the day. How are we doing it? So whether you woke up and had, some hours before you watch this, or if you're just waking up and watching this now, what are you going to do after? Right? If you watching to this point, I just gave you a technique to do. Try it. Either right now, pause the video, or right after the video. And see where your mind is before and after. All right. So again, my name is DaRon Shavers. I have a interactive virtual webinar workshop that I'm doing Friday, January 26th at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wherever you are in the world, wherever you're tuning in, please adjust your time. If you're in West Coast time, that is 3 p.m. If you're Central time, that's 5 p.m. If you're anywhere else globally, it may be a little different, right? It may be a 24-hour difference or something like that. But we'll find a way. All right. So be sure to check out the Aniverse Network podcast. Link is in the description. Be sure to check out my website. We have it all for you. My list of services are there. My story and why I do what I do is there. Right? This isn't something I just picked up. This is something that over the years I've found my passion and found what I love to do. Right? It makes me smile when I think about it. Something I'm grateful for. All right. So be sure to check that out. Get your ticket for the virtual event Friday. And again, we do these Tuesdays and Thursdays, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. So if you can't check it out at that time, be sure to check out the replay on the web. Let's see. The platforms. We have YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and X currently. So you can find the replays there. Be sure to reach out with a message, right? Visit my website, join the newsletter, stay up to date with everything Aniverse Now related. And we going places. All right. So with that in mind, thank you for tuning in. Much love, much gratitude. And with that in mind, I will see you all Thursday. Peace.
Aniverse Now Enterprises, an animal health organization, is committed to fostering harmony between animals, nature, and humans. We offer a range of services, from Reiki and therapy to comprehensive education, empowering pet owners and communities to coexist in harmony. Join us in creating a world where animals, nature, and humans thrive together. Visit our website at DaRonShavers.com to discover how you can be part of this transformative journey.